Jiwanjal, meaning life water, brought 11 young Nepalis together over 3 months to explore the issue of drinking water in Patan, Kathmandu in artistic ways. If you start talking about water in Nepal, within minutes you'll hear someone declare, "Water is life." But drinking water in Patan is scarce, often physically impure. You can see an ornate stone spout system running alongside a modern pipe system, both of which have been increasingly under pressure from population growth. But water still holds high spiritual importance and is part of everyday religious rituals and customs. This leaves us asking some big questions. What is our relationship with water, and how has this changed through time? What do we do to celebrate and respect this relationship? And how can we protect ourselves and this precious resource from overuse and pollution? These are just some of the questions the Jiwanjal team, alongside me, Shah Nagit, visiting from the UK, explored. Jiwanjal brought together young adults from various backgrounds: social work, environmental science, literature and arts. We shared our own stories before hearing others, and through creative conversation and play, we quickly came to feel that we were a team, or as participants termed, the Jiwanjal family. We didn't quite know where we were headed, but tried not to let this scare us. Using mapping, drawing, film and photography, we entered the streets of Patan, met with its inhabitants and gathered stories. We spoke to women's groups, children, doctors, researchers and religious leaders about folklore, religion, science and remembered experience. We also started to process these stories and express them in our own ways through clay, comic and sculpture. The deeper we went, the more complex we could see the issue was. We saw how everything is linked, our collective and personal lives, habits, beliefs and rituals, feeding into a larger story of geography, history, politics and the environment. Over 2 months we gathered these stories, not quite knowing where we were headed, but we knew we wanted to have an exhibition. It was in conversation with 2 research nurses from Patan Hospital that a central character began to emerge, and we realised that perhaps she had a story to tell. We called her Maya, which means love, a young research nurse trapped like Patan itself between traditional pressures and modern ambitions, family and work, her duty and her potential. In our story, Patan is seeing an epidemic of a new enteric fever, which Maya is called upon to investigate. Maya's journey sees her meeting the mythical Makar, a crocodile-like creature which one can see engraved on the ancient stone spouts. A Nag, one of the snake spirits attached to all water bodies in the valley, and the goddess Bagmati, the river which runs to the north of Patan. She travels back to the year 2042, 30 years ago in the Nepali calendar. In trying to solve the problem and keep people and the gods happy, like we did, Maya realises that water quantity and condition is a complex problem, driven in part by her own father's business, drilling boreholes and wells. She meets with frustration and failure, realising that one simple solution will not solve the issue. Our story took on its own life. We gave it a name, Panikagunjanharu, Echoes of Water. We found ourselves enacting scenes from Maya's life. The team were performers, and this was a play. We needed help if we were going to take it to the public. A local theatre director helped us out. We found a hall in the heart of Patan, right next to an old Newa guest house called Newa Chin, where we held our exhibition, which included the Patan Museum of Water, a display of donated samples of water with the story of their importance, inspired by the work of Amy Sharrott's in the UK. We had snow from the trek in the Himalayas, Neela of sacred water from Nepal's lakes, and even water from the paintbrush of a new artist. Jiwanjal explored ways in which beliefs and knowledge can be knitted together using creativity, wonder and narrative to explore problems to their full breadth and depth. Panikagunjanharu, Echoes of Water, was performed in 2 community shows at the beginning of July 2016.